Hey guys, it's Captain Harris back with James and Logan for another chit chat video. So the other night, James and I were going completely rabid.
Bonkers, in fact.
Yeah, completely crazy. Just talking about the Legacy of the Beast set list this year and what we think they're going to do next and how long we think the Senjutsu tour is going to be. And it got onto the topic of what comes after Senjutsu. And we were throwing around all the potential, like, what could they do, and, like, what's left of their history. And we thought a post-reunion era tour from, like, Brave New World to the Book of Souls would be really amazing.
I think it's time to do something like that, because really, what else do they have up their sleeve as far as 80s stuff? I mean, the only thing I could think of would be, like, a Somewhere in Time heavy set.
But that's what Somewhere Back in Time was for, and I think that was a little bit of a wasted opportunity
They
with that
definitely
Eddie.
wasted it, because they used the Eddie and they only played 2 songs from that album.
Yeah, so that would be a little weird to bring that back. But yeah, we were talking about that. I messaged Logan. I'm like, wouldn't this be a fun video idea to talk about, like, our post-reunion era set list? Because we all love, like, the last 20 years worth of albums. And he was like, I want in. So here he is.
Here I am.
Chat with us. We all came up with our own little set lists, and we've always talked about dream set list. I feel like I'm kind of incapable of a dream set list because, like, I'd have like 25 songs and it would be like 3 hours long. So we still had to be realistic about it, but it's still just like, this is what I would want to see them realistically do. So.
Yeah, so if they were to do it, the only criteria was it has to be realistic, and by realistic with Maiden standards, it basically means they probably have had to play these songs before, and they still have to end with a few classics. So I kind of based it off of, like, the 06-07 tour where they played like the whole album and then a few classics at the end. Same amount of songs. We tried to keep it at their normal set length.
No Senjutsu, because in theory this would be coming just out of the Senjutsu tour. So
as far as albums, we're going Brave New World, Dance of Death, Matter of Life and Death, Final Frontier, and Book of Souls. 5
Correct,
albums worth.
yes.
So I guess I'll get started with mine. So
James, go for it.
My dream realistic set list for post-reunion would be, starting with Wicker Man, of course. We go back to Rock in Rio. It's one of my favorite live albums. Right into Ghost of the Navigator is number 2. Again, same thing as Rock in Rio. Third song, These Colors Don't Run. What a great song. That has to go in there for sure. And it's time to come back to Matter of Life and Death and do some more of these songs. Number 4, we hit a banger with Rainmaker. I'm trying to make it so it has those ebbs and flows of kind of epicer songs and then bangers. So from Rainmaker into Dance of Death, which could be like their minor epic that they play, like they did in the Final Frontier tour. They played that as like the minor epic. After Dance of Death, Speed of Light, and then The Mercenary.
Ooh, Mercenary.
Yeah, so 2 bangers in a row. They haven't played The Mercenary since Brave New World tour. So that would be cool to bring out again. And then after Mercenary, we hit the main epic for the show, Reincarnation of Benjamin Brieg.
First time back since 2010.
A Dave Murray epic.
It's a great song, honestly.
It is great. So I could imagine that with Eddie's coming out and stuff. I don't know which Eddie. I haven't thought about that.
Brieg Eddie, he could have his little pickaxe and.
Yeah, but
Pickaxe Eddie.
oh yeah.
You
I don't know.
could come out with like one pickaxe and enough so you could still flick people off.
I guess they would have to figure out what to do because obviously as an epic, the song has to be worth the epic. So they would have to make a whole set, to do with Benjamin Brieg.
Graveyard set design.
Graveyard set. Do we have pyro?
Oh,
for that song? Is there points in that song we could have pyro?
There's pyro in the show. Believe me.
Well, pyro could be in the show, but yeah.
Digga digga dun digga dun digga dun digga 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 bam digga 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 bam.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. So yeah, leading out of the epic of Brieg, we go into El Dorado. I've learned to love that song over the years, and it's quite a banger. El Dorado into Brave New World. I have to hear Brave New World. It's one song I still have not heard live.
I've gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Neither James and I have heard Ghost of the Navigator, Brave New World live. So sad.
Yep.
Such a tragedy.
They're great songs live, so I hope one day you guys can hear them.
Yeah, hopefully on this tour that's going to happen now that we've mentioned it.
The for sure tour.
That's the disappointing thing. It's like I've just been like all week like listening through mine and like I wrote like a little stage set and everything. I'm like, this is sad that they're probably not going to do this.
When we get to yours, you should almost put your diagram that you've made.
This is definitely the most interesting.
I took a deep dive.
But
Yeah.
anyway, let's
finish with James.
let's wrap this one up. So from Brave New World, we're ending the main post-reunion set with If Eternity Should Fail. I think that will be a super cool way to end it. Not the whole main set, but the post-reunion song.
Because we know what comes next.
Fear of the Dark.
Right.
That's never leaving the set again. And then into Iron Maiden, of course. Figure out some kind of blow-up Eddie behind them. Mm-hmm. Who would we go with for blow-up Eddie?
I left that up to you guys.
Okay,
So think about
I'm gonna
it.
go with a Dance of Death Eddie. Blow up.
The big Grim Reaper.
Big Grim Reaper.
Mhm.
Yep.
On your shirt.
You were going for a handshake.
And then, of course, they walk off, pretend like the show's over. You might even catch a wristband or maybe even a pick, but guess what? They're going to come back out and they're going to hit you with Heaven Can Wait.
out of Encore, Heaven Can Wait.
Why not? It starts with that synthy intro. They can
I guess.
They can kind of blast out again a little bit.
That is quite the maneuver.
Is it? Is it that crazy?
Leave a comment.
Is it that crazy?
Is it that crazy?
I don't think Heaven Can Wait is the first Encore song is that nuts. And then two left, 2 minutes to midnight. Great banger in the set there.
Yeah.
And closing it out with Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Very somewhere back in timey.
Yeah.
Or at least the first leg of.
Yeah. I think it's crazy, but also very doable for them.
Well, the whole set or just Hallowed Be Thy Name?
The whole set.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think they know how to play Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Yes. I think they do.
We have also made Spotify playlists of our set lists, so you can always go and listen and tell us how bad our ideas are.
Yes, the
how much
title
you
of
like
mine
them.
is Post Reunion Set List. Yes, please.
And I will link those in the description. But anyways, any more to say about his choices in life?
No, because I think a lot of what I'm going to say in mine is actually going to be a good commentary on James's ideas.
Great.
So,
Logan's up.
all right, Doctor, you get all that. But think of this. What if there was a sort of mashup of Mars, what's the one, Arthur's
Farewell.
Arthur's Farewell, even taking a little bit of If Eternity Should Fail, sort of like that trumpet part. Sort of like a mismatch of like they're plugging in all these different sort of intros. Lights go down, start the show, El Dorado, straight out the top.
First song, El Dorado.
El Dorado, just come out, smashing it.
Wow.
Everyone's going,
That's a pretty cool idea, actually.
Yeah.
come out hard, El Dorado, and then why wait? Rainmaker, number 2.
Boom. Oh, I love it.
1, 2. And then, number 3, welcome to this, blah, 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 welcome to the tour. Number 3, These Colors Don't Run.
Oh, we're the same number 3.
Same number 3.
Right.
Because it's a A. Everything James said, 100% agree. It needs to come back. Great song, A Matter of Life and Death. It just, every time I listen to it, it grows and grows. And that song is a perfect number 3.
It is.
It's a perfect chance for them to
Is
talk.
that song number 3 on the album? Or is it number 2?
Ooh. I don't know.
Comment below.
Well, you're on Spotify. Why can't you just click the album and look?
Oh my god. No.
I think it's number 2.
It might be it's either 2 or 3. Yeah. No one look. Just everyone feel it from your hearts. So, again, I'm trying to be realistic. And in my realism, I take it back to tours like 2010, where they had songs like Passchendaele and Brighter Than 10,000 Suns. And in the end, they settled on song number 4, Wrathchild. I'm trying to be realistic.
They're throwing Wrathchild in the main set?
Yes.
It's happened
It's
plenty of
happened
times before.
plenty of times. Unfortunately, it's one of those things I want to be realistic because I'm never completely satisfied where I'm like, wow, from beginning to end, there's nothing no notes. I always have notes, and Wrathchild number 4 is a note.
So do you think that the reasoning behind it was, well, we tried to learn the legacy, but that wasn't happening, so we just threw Wrathchild in there?
Yes.
Well, that's the fun thing about A Matter of Life and Death is they've played every song off of A Matter of Life and Death. So there's no excuses when it comes
But
to
we
that
have
album.
no recording of it, so it's like it didn't happen.
Well, there's shitty recordings of it, but...
Was it like Hartford 2006? You can
Yeah.
watch the entire show. You guys on YouTube know what I'm talking about. So out of the darkness that is Wrathchild, we go out of the Silent Planet.
Ooh.
Brave New World, great song. Obviously cut from Rock in Rio. I mean, amazing.
That's one of my favorites off that album.
And I think this is an opportunity for them to bring back songs that they've played before, as we were talking about, but not maybe as much. That they haven't been given their due.
Yeah.
Yeah, when did they play Out of the Silent Planet? Because I've definitely heard it played live on a recording.
It was on the Brave New
Brave
World.
New
tour.
World.
It was
Yeah.
just like they changed songs for legs and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, and it was also, I believe, a single too. So
Yeah.
So a physical single, I think you could.
And digital.
you know who doesn't want to hear about that?
I know who doesn't want to hear about that, but you know what you do want to hear about? Out of the Silent Planet, straight into Brighter Than 1,000 Suns.
Love that riff.
Okay.
Okay.
Quick misheard lyric here from old Jamie.
Okay.
You know how it says E equals MC squared. You can't relate. He told me like a long time ago when he first heard the song, he thought it said Z is for Xerxes and you can't relate. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
You're right.
I can't relate because Xerxes starts with an X.
So yeah, just a quick little fun note.
Comment below all your misheard lyrics
Oh,
that
I
you
have
found out were wrong
I have
later.
some good misheard lyrics, and I don't even want to know. The
That could
real
be a video
lyrics.
on its own.
Yeah. So.
We create more content as we create content. So, I asked Steph because I said, what are the rules? What are the parameters? Well, obviously, we're trying to focus on the new stuff and also have some classics. So I bent the rule. Lord of the Flies.
I would accept that gladly.
I'd be fine with
Yep.
it because that Death on the Road version of it is so killer.
So good.
And I want it.
I do too.
If this is a reasonable dream set list, I think Lord of the Flies is perfectly fine.
To dream.
To dream of mirrors? No. Passchendaele is next.
I was about to say, is that a good segue into the next
So
song?
Passchendaele is your epic, your main epic.
I'm going to say Passchendaele is my main epic.
Okay.
So, I mean, Brighter is obviously a big song, long song.
It's
but,
your minor epic,
but-
like Dance of Death is for me.
yeah, but Passchendaele is just like,
Big, bombastic.
yeah, everything you want in a Maiden song and a Maiden show, it's there. Then, Speed of Light.
Great.
Great. We agree. James already talked about it. And then I came to a real conundrum. And I confided in Steph. And I said, I need another break for Bruce to talk. And I wanted more off of Final Frontier because I love that album. It was the first album I really got to see them multiple times on a tour for. So I'm going Coming Home as sort of the last talk break before encores and all of that. Because after Coming Home, Hallowed Be Thy Name in the main set. And then it's a cascade of classics. I'm talking Fear of the Dark. I'm talking Iron Maiden.
Oh my God.
And then I was thinking, what is my walkout Eddie? Because I am not going to do an inflatable. I'm going one Eddie. One and only. And I think, just for the history of them using it before and over again, the Peace of Mind, weird lobotomy Eddie, bring them back
For what song?
for Iron Maiden.
As a walk-on.
Yeah.
You know they never bring the walk-on out for Iron
Yes,
Maiden.
they do.
Do they?
Somewhere Back in Time, they did.
Somewhere Back in Time.
They
You're right,
had
you're
the
right.
mummy guy on
Yeah,
one leg.
on one
but
leg.
The Flight 666 DVD, it's
It's
walk
a
on.
Cybertron.
I'm just
Eddie.
thinking in recent years they haven't.
In
been
recent
doing
years, yes. And I don't disagree with you. I'm trying to
Take it back now, y'all.
take it back now, y'all. One set this time.
it. Yeah. Everybody clap your hands.
Everyone clap your hands. They leave. Wristbands, picks, a couple winks here or there. And then they come back, the Trooper. Straight out of Encore.
Oh, so just like what they're doing now.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they change, but not always enough. They're uncomfortable, but still very comfortable. It's like a pebble in your Ultra Boost Adidas.
Yeah,
Sponsored
now
by-
they're just like, well, we've done this before, so we'll
Yeah.
do it again.
We'll do it again. Number of the Beast, After a Trooper.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. I remember I was in, I think it was Boston, Book of Souls, and when they started Number of the Beast, this guy behind me just absolutely just dumped. He was just like, oh my God! Like, so I'm assuming that was a good thing. He liked it. But again, it is a Boston crowd and they can be different. And then ending the show in a comfortable place, Wasted Years.
Wasted years.
Thank you, my friends.
You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
I'm on this podcast. I definitely know what you're talking about.
All right.
We are all friends here. We are all friends of Maiden.
Blood brothers, in fact.
We're all blood brothers and sisters. We're blood siblings. Mm-hmm. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Steph,
Take it away.
take it away.
Okay, so I really like your idea for the intro because one thing that I am a little bit annoyed with about this year's set list and everything is the lack of intro song or video. It's like, that is such a good build-up, and I feel like it was a real missed opportunity with Senjutsu, because it's like, okay, what do we have? Mercury Rising and Maiden England just before Moonchild, and then you have the build-up from Moonchild, and then I love the Book of Souls 2017 specifically, when they had the heartbeat, Eddie running through the jungle and the heartbeat, it would literally just rattle the arena, and it was just, I just went right into Senjutsu with this, and I'm just like, oh, such a missed opportunity. I don't know if they would do like their own made intro or what, but I feel like it needed something. And I like your idea. I just went with typical Doctor into Arthur's Farewell. Let's just do what they did in 2001 tour. You know, just like Rock and Rio. I would love that because it's like, you know, it's funny because Bruce said they did Somewhere Back in Time for all the fans who weren't old enough to see that. Well, I wasn't old enough to see most of the post-reunion stuff. My first show was in 2011, so I think it would be absolutely amazing to, you know, revisit some of the old ideas they had, like Arthur's Farewell, but I do like yours. I really like the kind of mashup of all the different intros that they've had for all these shows. So.
Well, most of the people that we meet now that are around our age all have never seen, you know, those first post-reunion tours, so it would be great to revisit those for us.
So that would be kind of like my Somewhere Back in Time, because I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see that show, but I've seen most of the songs from it now. They still need to play Mariner, maybe again.
And Heaven
I
Can Wait.
See that, yeah, and Heaven Can Wait.
And Heaven Can Wait.
I have seen most of the songs from that set list now, so I'm pretty okay with having missed that tour. But anyway, so Arthur's Farewell into the Wicker Man. Let's do it just like Rock and Rio, and then out of Wicker Man into Speed of Light. I think it's kind of like Aces High into Where Eagles Dare. It's just like banger, awesome. After that, I've got something that they don't normally do this, but they can swap Night from Night, Ghost of the Navigator, and Brave New World, because I just can't pick between the two of those. So it's like, they could both use the same backdrop, and, you know, one's 30 seconds longer than the other, so it's not like a major difference.
Unacceptable.
So, technically, they could learn both, you know.
I had that issue with my set list too, because I felt bad about not putting more songs in from Final Frontier and stuff, but like at the end of the day I had to have Navigator and Brave New World. So I do like your idea.
I have 3 already from Brave New World. 4 technically if you want to include like the swap 2 songs, but on my Spotify set list I picked Ghost of the Navigator because it's like if I had to pick one, it would be Ghost of the Navigator. But there's no reason that they couldn't swap those 2 night by night.
Because, I mean, like we were talking about in the original 2010 Final Frontier, they were swapping songs.
Exactly. It's been done.
It's been done.
That's what I'm focusing on with this. Is like, has it been done? Okay, we can do this. Okay.
Because they could use the same backdrop and everything for both those songs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like, and they're both, like I said, they're both about the same length and, you know, probably about the same difficulty to learn. But anyway, out of Ghost of the Navigator and into El Dorado.
Nice.
We all have El Dorado.
I love El Dorado.
We all have El Dorado. We all have Speed of Light, right?
Yep.
Yep.
You didn't have Wicker Man though, did you?
I did not have
Okay.
Wicker Man.
That's surprising. You know they're gonna play Wicker Man at
Not
a
on-
post-reunion tour.
Not on my
El
watch.
Dorado.
Not on my watch.
So out of El Dorado and into Dance of Death for me. I love Dance of Death. It's probably my favorite song off that album, and I'm feel very, very lucky to have seen that one time in 2011. Like, I'm so glad we got that tour, because it's like I was too young to travel for the 2010 tour. And then, Tampa, an hour and a half away from me. I can go see literally the best set list.
Yeah, literally all of North America basically got pooped on.
Yeah.
On that final frontier.
Fort Lauderdale and Tampa, and I was like,
that was it.
Great choice.
Great choices. Continue that.
2 Steve Harris thumbs up for that choice.
Throw in Orlando, maybe.
Where would they play in Orlando?
The Amway Center. Hello. Anybody watching this want to book Orlando? Please book the Amway Center. We want Iron Maiden in Orlando.
It's central.
It's central.
Anyway.
We have an airport.
So I'm pulling a Death on the Road, and we're going from Dance of Death right into Rainmaker. And I put a little asterisk next to that. If this was my dream set list, I would put Monster instead. Like, if I was dreaming, because they've never played Monster, unfortunately probably never will play Monster, but I would swap Rainmaker for Monster.
Steve Harris right now is like, we'll see about that.
Anyways, out of that, into, I think after Rainmaker, he'd do a little speech and go into the Legacy.
Oh.
What?
That's good.
It is good.
I love Legacy.
I have trouble between Legacy and Lord of Light. They're my 2 favorite songs off that album.
Same.
I really can't decide which one's my favorite, and it was hard to decide which one to put in here, but I just think I'd like to hear the Legacy more. And they've done it. They could do it again. You know?
Those last 2 sort of like verses at the end where it's a double up on Bruce's vocals.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Steve will be doing those.
With respect.
We
Respect.
love him. We love making fun of this band in an endearing way.
We wouldn't be doing what we do if we didn't actually love them.
Hell no.
Could you imagine if we weren't even interested in this band?
Oh, I hate this band.
We were doing these videos.
I'm only doing this for the likes.
Anyways, so out of the Legacy and into Death or Glory. I love the idea of them
The
just
monkey's back.
them just hitting that last acoustic note, and then everybody's like, woo, and then you get diddly 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 diddly.
The bananas start flying around.
Bananas, monkeys, all of it.
All right, now, so what would be the backdrop? So would it be sort of like...
Bananas.
You took my joke. I was gonna say, do you want like big banana inflatables?
I haven't
coming.
I haven't thought about backdrops, but the funny thing.
Oh, here we go.
The funny thing is, I was going to try to design a stage for you guys. I did like a 5-minute mock-up, but like I was going to try to design my stage idea and everything, but I just decided I don't have enough time. We decided to do this like 5 days ago, and I'm like doing all this crazy stuff. I'm like, okay.
You texted me at 9:30 at night saying, "Quick quandary. Would you be willing to come over this weekend?"
I did. So yeah, I tried to design a stage and think of the backdrops, but I didn't get that far into it. So unfortunately, only have like a shitty little stage that I drew up. But anyway, out of Death or Glory and into The Mercenary.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Oh, wonderful.
And I had trouble with this one too because he put Out of the Silent Planet on his. I would have loved to put that or Dream of Mirrors on the set list, but I just feel like The Mercenary works better. Like this is kind of a high speed, high energy set list that I've put here. There's not like a lot of slow points in it, like where it's just like slow songs. I'd say like
So it's unrealistic.
the Legacy is a bit slower in parts and then it speeds up, but you know, I think it works really well. So
It's fast in the fast bits and it's slow around the slow bits.
So number 10 after The Mercenary is a Talisman, and I've put an asterisk next to this one too.
Because it will blow Bruce's voice right out on song 10.
And it's 2 songs I've never played. I would love to hear either Isle of Avalon or Starblind. And I know I accidentally wrote Monster there and Monster there, but I know
Play
what I
Monster
meant.
twice.
I know.
Play it twice.
I know what I meant.
They won't know. Are they so old they forgot they played this?
Yeah, so the Talisman would be 10. I love the Talisman, but I would rather hear Isle of Avalon or Starblind if it was like me picking the set list. Like,
Starblind for me.
All right, old boys, you're coming out and you're learning a new song that you haven't played before.
I mean, again, those like sort of like meaty tracks of Final Frontier, especially Starblind, which we have definitely discussed privately. I think Starblind's I'd love to hear it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The progginess just.
Doom, doom, doodle, doom, doom, doodle.
Yeah. So anyway,
You guys want to do like an acapella video of us
Doing a whole song.
Let them decide.
I'll do the high parts.
Yeah, you do the high parts. Yeah.
Number 11, The Pilgrim.
Great.
Great.
What's next?
What's next?
So, I mean, it was hard to pick from Matter of Life and Death. I would have been happy with most songs on there, but The Pilgrim, it's just like, I think it's the shortest song, maybe outside of Different World.
You want me to check on my Spotify?
If you wouldn't check before, what makes you think he's going to check now?
Damn right.
So, it's one of the shorter songs on there, so I just thought, I love every song on there, so I'd be cool with anything, and that's shorter, so it kind of like took the length of my set list down a little bit, because again, we're trying to be realistic and keep it to like, hour 45, bit less, so they have time for changeovers and talks and stuff like that. But anyway, number 12, Fear the Dark, getting into, the, hey, everybody, you stuck around for this.
But you didn't
You're
expect
apologizing?
this one.
Sorry, Cleveland, you had to watch this crap. Here's the ones you like.
I didn't apologize. I said, hey, this is what you stuck around for.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying,
no.
like,
You
the
can't-
band.
You can't play the classics first, because then all the classic boys will leave the arena, and you gotta keep them waiting. So we're keeping them waiting for Fear the Dark, Iron Maiden. Into the Encore is Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, and I'm pitching an idea right now. If anybody is watching this video who has any say, I have wanted Iron Maiden to close with From Here to Eternity for so long.
From Here to Eternity?
From Here to Eternity. And it's the perfect closing song. It's got the big bombastic end. And, something that always bothered me about, say, Running Free as a closer, it's not like a big end. It's just, ow, ow. And then...
Sorry, one more time?
No, not again. And, it's just kind of like... oh, there they go, waving everybody bye. I love the big explosive endings, like Run to the Hills, like, that's
literally an explosive ending.
Such an awesome ending, and this could have a very similar ending.
But bigger.
Go listen to that song live. I like Live at Donington, sorry, I have two mixed up. Live at Donington is better quality, but A Real Live Dead one is the one I included live on my Spotify playlist. And,
Okay.
I mean, it's got the best of both worlds. It's got the bit where Steve plays a little do 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 do, and Bruce can talk a little bit. Heaven's from here to return. Come on, everybody! Like. Yeah. But that's what he does during Running Free when Steve's just like playing his little bass riff, and he gets to talk. He could just play the do 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 while Bruce does a little bit of talking, and then they get right back into the solos, and then Hell Ain't a Bad Place. They don't do confetti, but I think during that part when they're doing Hell Ain't a Bad Place, confetti would be great. And then
Blasted right from the barrier into our faces.
I don't know that they could do confetti and pyro because that shit could light on fire, but. Take away the confetti, and then...
You definitely can do it.
Oh, okay.
I know from experience.
Okay, so I haven't experienced many shows with confetti, but
Bubbles, yes.
But when it goes, hell ain't a bad place, and they like hold that for a second, the sparklers during Run to the Hills, Made in England, when they go up, they just start those, they're going up, and then when it goes. Hell is from here to eternity. The last time, the sign of the cross, rhyme of the ancient mariner explosion. Hell is from here to eternity. Everything's fine up. A great ending, just bombastic. You feel me?
You've convinced me.
I mean, I want to see it.
I want to see it. It's not going to make my set list, obviously, because I can't edit it at this point.
This is my dream. Technically, it's when Bruce had not left the band yet, so this could still technically be classic Arrow. It's 80s and Fear the Dark, whatever.
1992, yeah.
So, Bruce is still in the band, so, this is my dream. It's my dream. Listen to me. It's a great ending song.
From everyone at Maiden Towers, listen to these last 5 minutes. Take it into your soul and make it a reality.
And by the way, Steph, just because you haven't mentioned it, what is your idea for the stage look?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I have this down here. So my Eddie would be, I want them to go back to their roots. They've been doing inflatables for a long time. The inflatables are cool. I want them to do a big sculpted Eddie again, like they did for The Final Frontier. And my choice...
We even made in England when they had the Seventh Son Eddie.
I love those, and I know they're harder to transport and everything. Like you could just pack up an inflatable, no problem. But I love the sculpted Eddies, and I love the behind the scenes stuff that they had on the Final Frontier one. I don't know if it was them who posted that or the guy who made it, but that was really cool. I want a sculpted torso about like, yay high. Right,
Like a bust?
yeah, like a bust of the Wicker Man Eddie. And I want it to be flame retardant. Because I want him to have flames in it, like torches in his eyes, like and then when they hit the last notes, and like how the book Soul's Eddie head like explodes and stuff like that when they hit those last notes.
Yeah.
There's gonna be flames that can like shoot out of him as if he's catching on fire.
Ooh, okay.
So, and I had like an idea for the stage set too, where it's like kind of like a hybrid of all the post-reunion stages, and it looks like it's been like sitting in storage or wasting away. It's like stuff gets rusted,
Aged.
but like
Aged, yeah.
I love the two towers with the Reapers on the side for Dance of Death.
Oh, Dance of Death,
I want to include them, like all the metal bars on the sides from Brave New World. The vines would be from Book Souls. I think that would go really cool with making it look aged. I think the Satellite 15 backdrops would be cool, but I've had trouble thinking about how to incorporate like Final Frontier and
It's the most
and A Matter of Life
conceptually
into
like
that.
out there.
Yeah. But I thought like if you did some like rusted up looking like the drapery they had like next to Nico's drum set that just says S15 or Satellite 15 or whatever it did. And then, like, the sides of the Dance of Death stage had, like, the little, like, cage gates. But, I drew...
And for Matter of Life and Death?
Just, like, the sandbags or something. I don't know how to incorporate that one very
Sandbags.
Sand.
I don't know if they'll be able to... See? But that's what I drew up. You can see the little stupid Nico down there. But, yeah, it's nothing crazy. I was all into it the other night.
It's just a concept, but you didn't build it to scale, obviously.
No, that would be cool. I've always wanted to, like, build a little tiny Maiden stage.
A little...
Yeah.
Full size.
No, full size. You got a backyard.
No. So, anybody got anything else?
No. You had something else after From Fear to Eternity.
Oh yeah, I always look on the bright side of life, and that is on the playlist too. So
Got to.
you got to. Well, it's just like I want the whole experience. If I'm thinking about a live set list, it's like, oh yeah, I always look on the bright side of life. Gotta have
Did
it.
you name your tour?
My set playlist?
No, like, what's the tour called?
I don't know. And also, I thought, the Wicker Man Eddie would be cool, but also if they did some sort of new or hybrid Eddie like they did for Legacy of the Beast, like I didn't have time to imagine up anything like that, but it's like, the Legacy of the Beast Eddie never existed before this tour with the horns and stuff, the one that they mainly use. It's like they could also just come up with a brand spanking new Eddie to use. So that's just my idea, not having lots of time to come up with anything else.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So what's next for us?
Well, we have to... Sorry, that was a bit close to the mic. We have to wish our friend Logan here. His birthday was yesterday. So I am going to light the Eddie head.
With a match.
Because none of my lighters work, so some nice ASMR for you guys.
Do you think people have an ASMR for matchboxes?
They have it for everything, Logan. Oh, God, I'm so bad at this. James, can you please try?
My birthday was yesterday at this
was.
point. For sure.
Oh, my God.
From here
To eternity.
Happy birthday, Logan. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you all so very much from all of us here at Captain Harris Studios.
Our living room.
I thought the 30-foot ceilings were a bit much, but I'm glad you added them.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let us know down below. What would you add to your set list? Whose set list do you like or dislike? Just let us know. You guys we're all commenting on the last one. I was surprised how many of you put down like your full rankings, and I really like reading through all that stuff. So if you guys want to go ahead and put your set list down below, I will read through them. I will judge them. So, harshly.
We are Maiden nerds.
Yeah.
We have time for all comments.
So please leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. And thanks again for watching.